What if ancient history is not fully correct? What if hidden objects are quietly changing everything we believe about the past? How could a Roman-style head appear inside an old Mexican grave, or a Viking coin be found deep in Native American land? These discoveries create serious questions about how connected ancient civilizations really were. Each artifact seems to break normal historical timelines and forces us to rethink what we know. Even more strange is the fact that these objects are not myths or stories. They were physically discovered and studied. In today's video, we will explore top 5 mysterious artifacts found in unexpected places. Each one carries a strange story that still confuses researchers today. Let's get into it. 1. Roman-style head found in ancient Mexico. In the early 1930s, archaeologists were working in the Toluca Valley of Mexico. They were excavating a burial site that belonged to a pre-Columbian civilization, dated roughly between 1476 and 1510 CE. At first, everything appeared normal, with burial pottery and tools matching local traditions. But inside one sealed grave, researchers discovered something completely unexpected. A small terracotta head was found buried among the remains. It initially looked like a simple figurine, but its facial structure immediately stood out as unusual for the region. The features did not match Mesoamerican art styles. Instead, the face showed characteristics that resembled European design, especially in the nose structure and facial proportions. This alone raised questions, but the real shock came after scientific testing. Analysis of the clay suggested it did not originate from local materials. Instead, it showed similarities to ancient Roman ceramic techniques. Even more surprising, the artifact was dated to around the 2nd century CE. This created a major historical contradiction because the grave it was found in is over 1,000 years younger than the artifact itself. Researchers still debate how such an object could appear in that context, and no explanation has fully resolved the mystery. 2. Viking coin found in Native American settlement. In 1957, an amateur archaeologist was exploring a Native American trading site in Brooklyn, Maine, along the coast of the United States. The site was known for indigenous trade activity long before European arrival, so nothing unusual was expected during the excavation. However, a small silver coin was discovered buried in the soil. At first, it seemed like a modern lost item, but further analysis revealed something extraordinary. The coin was identified as a genuine Norse silver penny. It was minted during the reign of King Olaf Kyrre of Norway, between 1067 and 1093 CE, placing it firmly in the Viking Age. This discovery created confusion because confirmed Viking settlements in North America are limited to regions far north, such as Newfoundland. Maine lies far outside those established areas, and no verified Viking presence exists there. Some researchers suggest the coin may have reached the area through indirect trade networks between Native Americans and Norse explorers. Others propose rare and undocumented voyages that were never recorded in historical sagas. Another theory suggests that the coin could have been transported over long distances through multiple tribal exchanges over centuries, slowly moving far from its original source. However, this still does not explain why only a single coin was found in isolation. The biggest challenge is that no supporting Viking artifacts were discovered in the same site, which weakens the idea of direct contact. Yet the authenticity of the coin itself is not in doubt. This leaves a strange possibility that early intercontinental connections may have been more scattered and accidental than structured. 3. Tamil bell found in New Zealand. In 1836, missionary William Colenso was traveling in northern New Zealand when he observed local Maori women using a heavy bronze object for cooking food. At first, it appeared to be just an old metal container with no special significance. However, upon closer inspection, he realized it was actually a broken ship's bell. What made it even more unusual was the presence of an inscription written in ancient Tamil script. The inscription referred to a ship associated with a figure named Mohideen Bucks, linking the object to South Indian maritime culture. This immediately created a major historical puzzle. Tamil civilization is based in South India, thousands of kilometers away from New Zealand. The The presence of such an artifact in the Pacific region raises serious questions about ancient sea travel and trade routes. Some theories suggest that advanced Indian Ocean trade networks may have extended much farther than recorded history shows. Others propose that the bell could have drifted across oceans after a shipwreck. A few researchers even suggest that it might have been part of a lost maritime expedition that was never recorded in surviving historical texts. However, critics argue that such a journey would require extreme durability and survival conditions for a heavy metal object. What makes this artifact even more interesting is that similar Tamil inscriptions have been found in other distant coastal regions, hinting at broader maritime activity. Still, none provide a direct explanation for this specific discovery. The bell remains a strong symbol of how little we may still understand about ancient ocean navigation. 4. Lake Winnipesaukee Mystery Stone. In 1872, workers in New Hampshire were digging fence post holes near Lake Winnipesaukee when they struck a buried object in clay. It turned out to be a dark, egg-shaped stone that had been carefully carved and polished. Once cleaned, the stone revealed detailed engravings covering its surface. These included a human face, crescent moon shapes, and geometric symbols that did not clearly match any known local cultural design. What made the discovery even more confusing were two perfectly drilled holes, one at the top and one at the bottom. These holes were extremely precise, smooth, and evenly aligned. Modern researchers have suggested that such precision could indicate the use of advanced drilling methods. However, no known technology from that period in the region explains how this level of accuracy was achieved. Some believe the stone may have served a ceremonial or astronomical purpose, possibly used to track lunar cycles or spiritual rituals. The symbols may represent seasonal changes or religious meaning tied to ancient belief systems. Other theories argue that the stone could be a much newer object accidentally buried in older soil layers, although no clear evidence supports this idea. A few skeptics even suggest it could be a hoax created in the 19th century. Despite these theories, the lack of similar artifacts in the region makes classification extremely difficult. It remains an isolated object with no clear cultural origin. Because of this uncertainty, the stone continues to be one of the most debated archaeological puzzles in North America. 5. Kilwa Sultanate coins found in Australia. In 1944, during World War II, an Australian soldier stationed on a remote island in the Northern Territory made a surprising discovery while digging in the sand. He uncovered a group of ancient coins buried beneath the surface. At first, the coins appeared to be ordinary foreign currency, but further examination revealed two distinct origins. 4 coins belonged to the Dutch East India Company, while 5 others were far older and far more mysterious. These 5 coins were traced back to the Kilwa Sultanate, a powerful medieval trading empire located along the East African coast in present-day Tanzania. They date back to the 12th century. This discovery is puzzling because Kilwa coins were not widely circulated outside their regional trade networks. Their presence in Australia raises serious questions about ancient maritime routes and long-distance travel. Some researchers suggest that Indian Ocean trade networks may have been more interconnected than currently documented, involving multiple stopover routes across Asia and island chains. Others propose accidental ocean drift through shipwreck events. Another possibility is that these coins were carried through a chain of exchanges involving sailors, traders, or shipwreck survivors traveling far beyond recorded routes. However, no historical documents confirm such movement into the Australian region. What makes the case more interesting is that the coins were found together, suggesting they arrived as a group rather than individually scattered over time. This strengthens the mystery rather than resolving it. Even today, the Kilwa coins remain one of the strongest physical hints that ancient maritime activity may have been far more global than we assume. And there you have top 5 mysterious artifacts found in unexpected places. Each discovery challenges what we understand about ancient civilizations and their possible connections across continents. From Roman-style artifacts in Mexico to African coins found in Australia, these findings suggest that history may still hold missing chapters we have not uncovered yet. While none of these artifacts provide complete answers, Together they raise powerful questions about how connected the ancient world might have been. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and comment which mystery surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.